Golden Cowboy just got a massive buff where it can even compete with Golden Scout and Golden Soldier, but what are the stats? Let's get right into it. Starting at level 0, it starts off with a fire rate of 1, range of 14 and damage of 3. It also gives 30 cash per reload with a reload time of 1.75 seconds. This results in a DPS of 3 when shooting at a cost of 600 cash. This is massive as previously it costed 700, which made you unable to place it on the first wave. This means it can actually get cash early on. Next on level 1, the fire rate gets reduced to 0.7 seconds as well as the range getting a minor increase from 14 to 16. The spend time also gets reduced to 1.35 seconds. This results in a DPS of 4.28 when shooting at a cheap cost of only 225 cash. Overall a great upgrade in my opinion. Following that on level 2, the damage only gets a minor increase to 4 as well as the damage per reload nearly doubling to 50. This results in a DPS of 5.71 at a cost of 500, which makes for a pretty solid upgrade. Next on level 3, the range gets increased from 16 to 18 as well as the damage tripling from 4 to 12. The spend time also gets reduced to 1 second. This results in a DPS of 17.14 at a pricey cost of 2000 cash, making it pretty meh, although this upgrade does unlock hidden detection to be fair. Next up on level 4, the fire rate gets reduced to 0.3 seconds as well as the cash per reload tripling to 150. The ammo also gets increased from 6 to 12. This leads to a DPS of 40 when shooting at a cost of 5850, which is pretty pricey even considering the cash increase. Finally on the max level, it gets some pretty big changes. The fire rate gets reduced from 0.3 to 0.2 seconds, range increases from 18 to 20, as well as the damage doubling from 12 to 24. The cash per reload also increases from 150 to an insane 250. This all results in a massive DPS of 120 at a really high price of 17,500 cash. This is pretty insane compared to the previous version that only had roughly 70 DPS. To put this buff into perspective, the current Golden Cowboy has a cost per DPS of roughly 222 and a cash per spin of 250, whereas it previously had a cost per DPS of roughly 320 as well as a cash per reload of 160. As you can see, there's a pretty big jump in cost efficiency. Maybe even more important though is level 0. The base tower now costs $100 less, 0.3 slower fire rate, 1 more damage and 5 more cash per shot. This legitimately makes Golden Cowboy compete with towers like Golden Scout and Golden Soldier where it can actually function as an early game tower as well as a farm. This means you can save an entire tower slot by equipping Golden Cowboy for both purposes. I'm not joking when I say this tower could literally be the best golden tower right now, considering its value. Not being able to place it on the first wave made it really mid, but now that that problem is gone, its viability is infinitely higher. Now what's even more crazy is that compared to Golden Minigunner, it only has about 20% less DPS and 1 less range, which actually makes it more viable for solo hardcore as you might not even need to bring farm at all with it equipped. Like damn, farm might actually not be useful for once. I doubt though, it's yeah. Overall a great buff, although maybe a bit too OP. Don't be surprised if this one gets a small nerf. Happy to see it finally get the buff, it's long deserved though. Subscribe, like, and yeah, see you on the next one.